Okay, this video we're looking at substitution at the grade 4 level, so let's just dive into it. I'll go through 4 questions myself and then you can try 4 yourself, and then that's going to be it for this video. But what actually is substitution? Substitution it's kind of what the word implies, a bit like in football. If you make a substitute, you're changing one thing for another, one person for another person. The same in maths, okay? The question here says find the value of the following. So these 4 questions here, when a is equal to 4 and b is 5. So we're going to substitute in a is 4 and b is 5 wherever you see a and b in the questions. Okay, the first one, we've got 3a plus b. So I've got to go and put in these values here, substitute in the values. What is really, really important here is whenever you substitute in the value, you put it in using a bracket. So this first one means 3a, which means 3 times a, but we're going to write it as 3. And my value of a is equal to 4. So 3, I substitute a as 4, and I put it in using a bracket. This is particularly important when you've got negatives, okay, as you'll see later. And we're adding on my value of b, and b is equal to 5. And even though it's just simple, this one, let's just, good habits, write it in a bracket. Right, 3a means 3 times a. So similarly, right, 3 bracket 4 means 3 times 4, which is 12. So I've got 12 plus that 5, 12 add 5 is equal to 17, okay? And that is my first answer. 12 add 5 is 17. Good. Okay. The second one, or top right, I've got 3ab squared. The first kind of key thing to recognize is, right, in maths, if you've got things grouped together, it means you're timesing them together. So this expression here, right, it means you're doing 3, you've then got this a, so 3 times a, you're then timesing that by b squared. So timesing that by b and then squared. It is definitely not, it is not this, right, that is something completely different. Okay, which often people do. The square is just being applied to that b. So important to mention, right, if you've got things grouped up together like we do here, you're just timesing everything together. Okay, so let's look at this one now. So we've got 3. A is equal to 4, so substitute it using a bracket. We've then got the b squared, and b is equal to 5. So we're going to replace the b with 5. Then you've got to go and square that 5. Really important you use brackets, okay? It's really good habits to get into. So we've got 3 times 4 times 5 squared, or 5 squared is equal to 25. So we've got 3, we've got the timesing by 4 still, and then the 5 squared is equal to 25, okay? So now we've got 3 times 4 times 25. So 3 times 4 is 12, times 25 is equal to 300. So that is equal to 300. Okay, this just means 3 times by 4 times by 25. Okay, if things are grouped together in maths, you're timesing them together. Okay, that is what is going on. Good. Okay, this one here, we've got a divided by 2 plus 2b. So sorry, right, let's highlight the answer. 300, that is your answer for this one over here. This one, we've got a divided by 2 plus 2 times b. And again, we're substituting in our values of a and b with 4 and 5. So we've got a, which is 4. So we've got 4 divided by 2. And we're adding on 2 lots of b, or b is equal to 5. So 2 lots of 5. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. So 2 plus 10 is equal to 12. Okay, and that is your answer for the third one. Good. So even though you might be thinking, well, why are we using a bracket? In this one, it's nice and simple. It is, but it's just good habits, okay? Because particularly for things like this, where your numbers get trickier, it's just really, really important, particularly with a negative, okay? So that's important to do. So this one here, right, just go step by step. Just begin by substituting in your values. We've got 4 lots of your bracket. We're just writing it exactly how it is. You then got the square root of a, or a is equal to 4. And again, I'm going to go and put it in using a bracket. Good habits. And we're taking away b squared. So I've got the takeaway, which is here. B is equal to 5. So you put in b using a bracket, and then you're going and squaring that 5. And then you close the bracket over here. Okay? So we've got 4. We've then got the bracket. We've got the square root of 4, which is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. We're then taking away. We've got take away. 5 squared is equal to, and because it's in the bracket, we're doing 5 squared. The bracket is 25. So 25 goes in there. So taking away 25, and we close the bracket. Okay, and this is now essentially BIDMAS, isn't it? Okay, because we've got the 4 on the outside, and we've got 2 take away 25 is negative 23. And again, we know, okay, that from up here, right, we've got a number, brackets, grouped together, you're timesing your numbers together. So here you're doing 4 times negative 23, which is equal to minus 92. 20, 40, 60, 80, 3, 6, 9, 12, yeah, good. Minus 92. That is your answer for this one. Okay, so just really, really important, right, we're using brackets. That is pretty key with substitution. Okay, so hopefully that was useful. And now you can try these 4 questions yourself, and then that's going to be it for this video. So it says find the value of the following given that this time A is 9 and B is 2. So pause video, you can fast forward to the end to see the answers. If not, you can work through with me. The first one is I've got 2 times A plus B. So I've got 2 lots of A. A is equal to 9, so I substitute in A as 9, and I'm adding on B. Well, B is equal to 2, so plus my B value, which is 2. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 2, 18 and 2 is equal to 20. So that is your first answer. Again, just getting in the habit of using brackets, good thing to do. Okay, top right, we've got 4ba squared. Again, just to make it really, really clear, what does this mean again? If you go and do it in blue, this means we're doing 4 times b times a squared. Okay, if you've got things grouped together in maths, you're timesing them all together. Oh, not highlighter, I want pen in red. So here I've got 4, my value of b is equal to 2, so 4 times 2. A is equal to 9, so I've got 9 squared. So 4 times 2, so 4 bracket 2 bracket 9 squared is 81. So it's a bit of a humdinger. 4 times 2 is 8. I've got 8 times that 81. 8 times 81, let's go and work it out over here. So I've got 81, I've got no calculator with me. Times it by 8. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. So 648 is my answer. 648. There we go. Good. 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 648. Okay, question 3. A divided by 2 take away b. Well, my value of a here is 9. And maybe you're thinking I'm going to get a decimal. You will do. That is fine. I've got 9 divided by 2. I'm taking away my b value. B is 2. So take away 2. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. And I'm taking away that 2. 4.5 take away 2 is 2.5. So that is my answer for this one. It's a decimal. That is absolutely fine. Okay, nothing wrong with that at all. Question 4, again, more tricky, but just write it out exactly how it is, substituting in the values of a and b. So we've got here, we've got 2, you've got your bracket, you've got the square root of a is 9, so the square root of 9. You're taking away b cubed, well, b is equal to 2, so substitute it in using a bracket, then you're cubing it. Okay, let's work through it. We've got 2, bracket, the square root of 9 is equal to 3, root 9 is 3, 3 times 3 is 9. You're taking away 2 cubed, which is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So 3 take away 8. So we've got 2, bracket, 3 take away 8 is equal to negative 5. Again, this just means if you've got things grouped together in maths, you're timesing them. 2 times minus 5, okay, 2 times negative 5 is equal to negative 10. Okay, and that is your final solution. So if you got all of those correct, really, really good. Well done. And that is it for this video on substitution. Thank you.